Welcome to Tracking the Wolves. My name is Josh Moon with Northern State University, and today we are talking soccer with longtime head coach Steve Kem. Coach, we've had a great start to the year and had a great battle last week with number 6 Mankato, able to get a win against Concordia St. Paul. Take us through the season so far.
I think so far so good. I mean, obviously, every time you have a match, you'd expect to win, but being in the position we're in is probably something that we're pretty happy about. I guess we opened up down in Missouri and Kansas, as you know, against Washburn and Northwest Missouri State, and then we had one more non-conference game against Jamestown. Then we started off at Moorhead, and then we went to Wayne and Augie, and then this past weekend, as you referenced, we had Concordia and Mankato at home, and we came out of that with a split. So we sit at 3-2 in the league, and this weekend we're on our way down to Upper Iowa and Winona.
And Coach is one of the fastest talking guys in our department, so we got to keep up real fast.
Yep,
that's good.
We'll slow it down here.
What have you seen with some of the newcomers? You're starting a lot of freshmen this year, and I think you've seen the play of Anna Bondi. I think is one freshman in particular that has really done a lot for you this year. Kind of go for the new arrivals this year and what they've meant to your program.
Well, I think, Anna Bondi, as you said, and up top has done a really good job for us holding the ball. She's had a couple of nice goals and timely goals for us. We've used Sydney Martin quite a bit in the midfield, and we've had Bobby Pendleton playing a lot at center back. And, we've used all the freshmen in one capacity or another, and I think another piece of that is last year we had some kids that were injured that are back now as well, and a couple of our seniors have been able to step up and really get after it. So overall, I think it's a better product. Based mainly on the work that they put in over the summer and then us maintaining our health.
Talk about the competition level in the NSIC being one of the top conferences in the country. You got some ranked teams in the top 25 right now, obviously led by Mankato, who just played. What does it mean when you compete against that high of competition?
I really enjoy it personally, and I think the majority of the kids do as well. I think some of the younger ones maybe are still learning about the values of having the opportunity to play at that high of a level every game, in and out. And I think that the region rankings came out today. It's Tuesday, and as most people probably know, in each sport they'll rank 10 teams in the region, and NSIC soccer has 6 of the 10 in our region right now, which also includes MIAA, which goes throughout Missouri, Kansas, and Nebraska, and then the GAC, which is all the way down to Arkansas and Oklahoma. So I think that says a lot about the quality of our league. If 6 of the 10 teams can come from up here in the north and extends all the way down to Oklahoma. And 2 of the teams that you're going to face this weekend are in that top 6. Top 10, yeah.
Or top 10. What kind of challenges do they face at Upper Iowa and Winona this weekend?
They're both really good, and they're both really different. 2 different styles of play. And Upper Iowa, I love their facilities down there. They've got a great big grass field that's 80 yards wide by 120 yards long, so that's a little bit bigger than what we're normally used to playing on, and they just have a good team and they do a good job. And then the following day you get on the bus and you head to Winona, and just a traditional power in the league, and then it changes up a little bit because now you're on a field that's 70 by 115 and you go from grass to turf. So on top of them both being great programs, and you're trying to adjust to the travel, to the surface, to the size of the field. So it's a real tough trip. So we're just hoping we can go down there and perform well. And
for you personally, we talk about one of the things we made a transition with this year is our apparel.
Right.
And as you know, traditionally soccer coaches are very Adidas friendly, and we did make the switch to Nike this year. I know the student athletes are very excited about that. Now you were maybe not as excited to begin with, but I think you've come full circle with that.
Yeah, I think, all this stuff is great, and whatever makes the team happy, right? But actually, I like the gear. In fact, today here we're doing a little bit of Nike stuff, so it's been good. The uniforms are a big hit with all the players, and I think you're right when we talk department-wide. All the student athletes are real fired up about it, and they all seem to really be enjoying it, and I guess I'm on board.
There we go. Another thing that we look at, coaches recruiting. Coaches are one of the best recruiters we have in our department, and you really go across the entire country to find the best student athletes to come to Northern. And this year, evident with Alaska, Texas, and you start looking at just the geographic footprint of where we recruit. Can you just talk about that process? How did you get some student athletes like Bobby from Alaska to come to Northern State?
Sure. Well, actually, there's a tournament on President's Day weekend, which is held in Phoenix, Arizona, and obviously you can't play soccer in Alaska or Minnesota or Nebraska in February. So we try to get out there as often as we can, and the teams come in from all over the country. And 2 years ago, Bobby's team was playing in that tournament, and we saw Anna Warren, who's a sophomore for us, that plays for us in the midfield, and Anna was the first to come along, and Bobby and Anna were club teammates, and Anna loved her experience up here, and I'm certain that she helped quite a bit in the process. And so, yeah, long story short, we saw her there, and we drive, we go down to Texas every Thanksgiving. There's a big tournament there, and that's where we saw Kay Hernandez, who came in this year from Texas. And so, yeah, just going to those tournaments where there's maybe 50 to 100 teams and getting that opportunity over 3 days to see all those kids play, and then kind of, rating them as student athletes and bringing them to campus and hoping for the best.
And I think the other thing, too, is done a great job with the local talent, where we've got 3 or 4 student athletes from Aberdeen on our roster, and really putting a fence up around this area as well.
Yeah, and then, of course, this year also Shaylee Kirsch came in from Watertown and Anna Bondi from Pierce. So anytime we can get those South Dakota kids, we're excited about it. And for the viewers that don't know, Watertown's probably 100 miles away and Pierce 150. So like you said, we'd really like to envelope this area and keep the best talent in town.
Well, good. Have a good trip this weekend. Best of luck the rest of the way here. We got a couple more home soccer matches this season. Very excited about the future of this program. Again, a lot of young student athletes on the roster, so it should be an exciting couple years for the Wolves. This week is Gypsy Days week, so we have a lot of festivities planned. Thursday night, Burn to the End, pep rally, and then we go into Friday, Hall of Fame banquet. We've got some legends on campus, people like Ryan Miller, who... Coach, remember Ryan Miller back in the day?
Absolutely. I remember when Ryan Miller scored 52 against South Dakota State to win the region championship and send us to the Elite Eight. So, yeah, I remember Ryan well.
Lots of legends back on campus this weekend. Should be a great week for Wolves athletics. Friday night volleyball game at 7. Then Saturday, 2:30, we'll have our football game against Moorhead, and then 7 p.m. volleyball at Wayne. So full slate of activities this week. Get out and support your Wolves. Go Wolves!